Your reality is determined by the state you are. If you don't like the reality you have right now, it's because the state you believe yourself are is not the reality you want. And you think everything you wanna get in life is still not ready. But whatever ideas you had in your mind, whatever you want to get for your life is already made. But if you don't see yourself as a consciousness, if you don't see yourself linked to God, and that we are here just to express God to us, you're never gonna get whatever you want, because you think that yourself is something apart to your consciousness, but it isn't. And the state you are in your mind right now, that's your reality. And you have to understand, oh, if I want to be 100% sure about myself, about being happy, being fulfilled, I have to understand who I am. And when I say who I am, is really understand. For me, if you ask for me who I am, I believe 100% sure, I have no doubt about this, that I'm consciousness. I'm just experiencing this life in a human body. I'm expressing God's consciousness, the superior consciousness, through myself. And I'm connected to God. I understand that my reality I build. If I have the life that I don't want to have, it's because I have the state in your mind that creating that reality, right? There is points in the universe that the universe change the way it's called, change the way, avoiding you to suffer more, but the most part of your things you created your reality. And if you want to have money, but you're not getting money right now, it's because they sit in your mind is different what you're preaching. If you preach something and you don't believe, it's not gonna happen. But if you start to believe in yourself, to understand that, oh, I want to be successful, and if you understand what's really successful, money is a consequence, right? And as soon as I understood that, everything was simple. Much more problem I face, I want more. I make them as a friend. I heard from a wiser man once, who doesn't have problem is someone that's in the cemetery. If you are alive, you should have problem. Problem makes you to grow. Problem makes you to be yourself. Problem makes you to get successful, makes you to get money. And if you understand that, everything is more perfect for yourself. And just keep going. Understand who you are. Get aligned to everything. Avoid this fakeness life you're living until now. Years, 20, 30, 40. There's nothing enough, right? It's not late enough. If you're 50s right now, be conscious, because our consciousness never die. You're living things from the other lives, you're living things from your parent, whatever, you're just repeating things. It isn't time for you to wake up, it isn't time, and it's never late enough. You can wake up now, start to do the right things, but you have to build yourself. You have to understand who you are. You have to see what you have to do in order to become better than you were yesterday, because that's the point in here. We have to keep learning, and understand this. And as soon as you become yourself, your really consciousness being, you give the answer as you want. You say no if you want. You don't look to validate people, right? You take decisions. When people are unconscious, you're gonna see, you probably have those, probably you could be one of them. Have you been in a restaurant and one of the person from the group, they always keep in the end to take their decision, and even though everybody choose whatever they want, that person is still confused. They don't know what they want, because that person is looking to make the perfect decision, and the perfect decision doesn't exist. Perfectionism doesn't exist. Who is looking for perfect things is because they are unconscious. And as soon as you understand that you are living the moment, you have to take the decision, you have to analyze the 2 points and see what's the better point for yourself. If it's food, if it's companies, if it's investments, if you have to see which one align more with yourself and take the decision, because just have two sides. If you don't take the decision to see if that thing was good and you keep going, or if the thing was wrong and you just stop and change, see which point was wrong and start to do a different thing, or you're gonna keep living the same life, struggling to decide which food you want, struggling to decide which relationship you want, is struggling to decide which clothes you're gonna put. And if you start to understand that it's bullshit things, you lost in your time yourself trying to decide things that not gonna change you. You have to see there is 2 points, good and bad. So the decision is bad, you just see the things straight away. You don't need to wait 10 years to realize that you did a wrong decision. Take the decision, be conscious, because as soon as you understand, oh, I'm conscious, I'm this and this and this, I have no separation with God, I have no separation with nobody, everything is leaking to myself, everything is already created, there is enough for everybody. And as soon as you realize that, everything gets easier, because you are conscious, then you allow your heart with your mind bring the consciousness about what you want, and it's become a state that you believe, and you have faith about this, and you already see in your imagination. Your mind has no discernment about what's real and what is imaginary. That's why if you imagine in your mind and if you believe, if you feel in your heart that thing happened, just time, it comes to you, and you just have relaxed. Unconsciousness also brings you anxiety. If you are anxious, it's because you're not conscious. Because someone is conscious about everything that they know. They don't control the probabilities, and they don't need to focus on the probabilities. They know that things gonna happen because they already changed the state in your mind. They believe in yourself. They believe, and they think that they are manifesting already gonna come for them. They just need to make the things happen on the physical way, because it's not just thing. Oh, I wanna build good muscles. You believe in yourself, that thing happening here. But if you don't do workout, if you don't do diet, it's not gonna happen. Same as business. Oh, I believe that I'm gonna have a couple business, several business, but I'll be waiting here in my chair, relaxing and sleeping. It's not gonna happen like that. I'm not telling this. But the state in your mind is creating the reality you have right now. If you don't like your reality, it's because even if you're unconscious, your reality created that. Your mind created that. And your reality is just created by you. You have to understand that. We have no separation with God. I'm not speaking about religion. God's not religion. Bible is not religion. Jesus never spoke about religion. Religion is something created by man, right? Bible is a psychological book. Speaks about business, speaks about money, speaks about consciousness, speaks about freedom. Freedom is you to unlock your mind. Freedom is you to understand that you are not here to be served. You're not here to look for your appearance. You're here for something else. You are here to learn things from your old life, from all the cosmic, whatever you believe, right? You're here to understand your mission. You are here to not making the same mistake you did in the old version. You are here to learn, improve, and help people, right? You have to understand what's your mission here, what gives you energy to go for it. If to generate money for my family, if it's break the patrons for my mothers, whatever. You have to understand something that brings you that power, and you want to go for it, and you keep going. And as soon as you realize everything is different, you don't see sense anymore going for pubs, get so drunk, use drugs as loads of people does, cheating, changing relationship. You're constantly running for validation. You never stop, you never feel satisfied. You want money, you get money, you don't feel satisfied. You go for a relationship, you don't feel satisfied. It's not beautiful enough. Then you change. Then you get a car, you don't feel satisfied. You go to a trip, you don't feel satisfied. Because you're never connected to the present. You're never connected to your being. And whatever you do, as soon as that thing realized, that thing becomes true, you don't feel happy because you're not fulfilled. Your unconscious mind, in your state, you're creating your reality. And that reality is not that makes you fulfilled. because you're not your body. And that's why you don't feel fulfilled, because your soul is not happy. Your heart is telling you all the time that what you're doing is totally wrong, and you don't realize, you don't pay attention, you're just following what your friends is doing, you just follow what the majority of people is doing. You like a standard. If they're doing, I'm gonna do as well. And that's your problem. That's why you don't get nothing in life. If you understand that I wanna be myself, I wanted to get connected to God, and if you understand that God is not outside, God is inside ourselves already, everything is different. There's no separation, right? When Jesus said, who wants to talk to God, go to your room, close the door, and talk to him. He's not talking about room. He's saying that you don't need to be in church, you don't need to be in big places. It's because God's in yourself. The door is your mind. Close your eyes, stop the thoughts, right? Be present. As soon as you're present, you close the door to your room. And that's how you get connected to God. That's how you link it. That's how God feels you when connected to what you're saying. And not asking, you're talking about everything, right? I don't know if you know, but the meaning of wanting is missing. And if you want to, I want this, I want that, you're saying for the universe, you say for yourself, you say for your mind that you're missing things. Just be grateful. And understand the points you did wrong, and next day you don't repeat. Next day you don't repeat that. Just be conscious. Oh, I did this and this and this. I have to work in these points. I know I didn't 100%, but I'm focused on what I did today. There's an improvement. I focus on the small task. I don't beat myself just because I didn't complete 100% the things I was looking for. I just be myself. I just complete my task, and that's it. As soon as you understand that you are consciousness, and for yourself to achieve whatever you want in life, you have to understand that in order to have successful. And that's the video for today. God is in ourselves. You have to get freedom for the society. You have to understand how to become conscious and avoid to be unconscious. One more year, another year, okay? And that's the video for today. I hope you enjoy. I see you in the next video.